All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I want to welcome you to this week's Tech Thursday. And we are super duper excited to have you back here with us. We are getting ready to jump right in and to get into our training for tonight. If you have not had the opportunity to get into school so that you will have access to the replays, you definitely want to do that. Those were uploaded today, and we are looking forward to um, sharing the things that we have on the schedule for our Tech Thursdays, and then also some special requests that you may have when it comes to AI. And so I'm going to go ahead and get my screen share. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening, Shelby.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Glad to
Awesome.
have you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm glad to be here. I'm up. I'm trying to get with this AI, and I'm trying to
Okay.
get this. I want to get this thing going and get this what
Okay.
I've got to do. My kingdom assignments going, and I
Okay.
just said,
Good.
I said maybe this can help me. I don't know. I'm not very tech savvy, as you know. I am somewhat, but not
Huh?
to this level. And I know you had
Okay.
offered. I saw something on your page, and I just been busy and been on vacation, yada
Yeah.
yada. But anyway, I just got home from out of town, and I was just going through my emails. I said, "What you having something nice? Wait a minute, check
Yeah.
Thursdays. Let me jump on. That's why I'm late."
Right,
So
that's
here I
all
am.
right. That's all right. So let me first ask you, do you have ChatGPT?
You know what? I have not. Let me see. I don't think I downloaded the app yet. You know, I use my phone for a whole lot of things, but
Okay.
I don't think that I have Chat GPT. I don't think I have downloaded that. And I know my daughter and my son was just telling me, Mom, just get to use the Chat GPT because I use the AI. Like I'll click on that, but you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I have not downloaded that app.
Okay. So
So
you definitely want to, if you come into if you join the school community, the last 2 weeks we talked about how to set up your Chat GPT. So that's the main thing when we talk about AI. You want to train it for your voice. You want to train it for your brand, and then that way it sounds more like you. It won't sound so robotic, you know. And so I go into great detail in those two videos, the first two videos, on how to set up your chat GPT, how to set your security permissions, because that's important as well. And just, how to train it. Now, one thing that we do here is that we have when God birthed Scribble Tech Services in 2020, it was all centered around repurposing and preserving legacy. And so
Mhm.
as things have kind of transitioned and I went back and revisited the our plan. And so it was like, okay, like I know that repurposing is very important. So now we have to include this AI piece because that is really what helps us to do so many different things and at a faster rate. And so I kind of just really began to tweak it for everything that we do. So I literally, like, everything that I'm teaching now are things that I actually use AI for and been using it. I've been using ChatGPT since it came out. That was, I think, like January of 2023. I've been using it, and things are going in such an accelerated pace that it's like you've got to get the basics, at least get the basics um for now. in order to move forward. And so we went over that the last two classes. So I'll send you the link to join the school, and then it'll give you access, and then you'll be able to walk through of actually how to set up your chat GPT and how to train it, because that is really what makes the difference, because you want it
Oh,
to be personalized for you and what you are doing.
okay. So I was listening to I guess another lady, but she was talking not anything about not necessarily AI, but she was using it for this business that she does, and she said that's what she was talking about. You know, she has trained the chat, that whatever to her
Mhm.
voice or whatever to her um I guess whatever
Her
she's
brand.
her program, her
Hmm.
brand, and so
Hmm.
it knows every time when she gets ready to do that app, she doesn't have to keep putting in the every time because it
Yes.
already has that information. So that must be what you're talking
Yes.
about. So my
Absolutely.
question is, how safe is
Hmm.
that as far as when Chat GPT and all this stuff first started coming out? Some were saying, well, I heard not a lot of people. I just heard somebody say, well, they can get your voice and then use it, like let's say your bank, well, some important call, which or something or another, in your
Hmm.
voice, and they can have it to get access to, in a negative way. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So how do you feel about I mean, that's just how do you feel about that? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Well, there are, you have your positives and your negatives
Right.
concerning it. Um, it really depends. That's why it's so important to have your security settings, where
Hmm.
you're using your voice. They can get that out, from any type of video. Like
Right.
once you anything that you put out there, your thumbprint
They
is
can
out
get
there,
it.
and they can
Right.
they can they can get it. So in having the security measures becomes very important, especially like with like banking and different things like that, where they can really tap into, so having your multi-factor authenticators is very, very critical. And that will stop a lot of, people who use it for negative purposes, for hacking and all of those things. You can have a heads up over that. And that's why we train you on setting up your chat GPT, so that you have that in place. So you go in and you train it, but then you go ahead and you go back and you turn off. No, I don't want you to train on whatever I'm using it for. No, I'm going to have my two-step multi-factor authenticator set up, so that if anybody was to try to do something, then you would get that notification and that alert, just like with other apps, like Facebook and different things like that. Right. So,
Okay.
hmm and
So
and
yeah, go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
no, go
And
ahead.
my little dog, that's my little grand dog. Every time somebody comes, he starts barking, barking, barking. Let me see if he's
Okay.
okay. Maybe
Oh,
he's
you're
not fine.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
So,
fine.
okay. So you about
So,
something else?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're gonna get into so tonight, we're gonna talk about AI for email creation and automation. How much do either you use AI for or emails? Do you have to do a lot of emails, emailing clients,
Well,
whatever it.
I have not been using it for that, but I want to use it for that. That is something I'm very in. That when I saw that, that's really, I said, oh, I need this. So I really want to start doing like the email creation, I guess is what it's called, like, and then the automation thing. And then I want
Mhm,
to know how to, this is what I need to know. Let's say I put something out on Facebook and I'm talking about you know, I'm talking about my kingdom business, okay? But I don't know how to put and this is probably so elementary. Like, you know how people say for learn more or for more information or click the link below. See, I don't really know how to put the link. So because what everybody's doing is when you click that link, they get in your email and then
mhm,
you in your email, and then that way you send them the information via
Mm-hmm.
email. And
Mm-hmm.
I really want to have access to know how to do that, as well as newsletters,
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so I can flow, with the
Right.
get in alignment with as far as business is concerned.
Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. So, do you currently, so let me ask this, what do you currently use? Do you have like a system that you use, like a kit or for
Nothing.
your
I'm
email
starting from
marketing?
scratch.
Okay,
I'm really
not a
starting
problem.
from scratch. I have not. I saw the kid. I saw different things that other people are using. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
really played with it now. A friend of mine was telling me about the Mailchimp, and I kind of
Mm-hmm.
looked at it, but I haven't really started using anything because I was kind of going through that, but I haven't been thoroughly. I just
Right,
kind of glanced at it, and then I haven't really sat, taken a seat and say, okay, let me just look at this thoroughly.
right.
Like
Okay.
for me, I guess because I'm not as tech savvy as I'd like to be, but I want to learn. But I want I probably need someone to guide me and just show me.
Mm,
Like my kiddos, like my son, he's real tech savvy, but the time is a factor. That's getting the
right.
timing, and so
Okay.
you know that kind of thing. But I want to know how to do it so I can get the flowing in that vein and with what
Okay.
to integrate.
Right. Well, that's what we're going to talk about on tonight. Janelle, welcome. Is it Janelle? I don't want to be pronouncing your name wrong.
It's Joe now.
Janelle. Okay.
Not Janelle.
All right.
Hi.
Do you currently use email marketing?
So, um, I did what you said last week. So I went in
Oh,
there, I
how
picked
did
my
it work?
voice, I put in
Okay.
some of like my traits and stuff like that so I can figure out who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I picked my voice for it. So my next step is kind of like how you had the 6 steps to kind of figure
Mm-hmm.
out like the prompts. I
Mm-hmm.
want to figure that piece out to be able to like come up with a newsletter that I can kind of create once a month, that it can pull in information, or like I said, a Monday update. So I'm trying to figure out what's the
Mm-hmm.
proper prompts to be able to put in for it to pull that information in.
Okay. Well, we're good. We are going to touch on that tonight as well. Um, so very, very, very good. Let me go ahead and so what email marketing do you use? Email, do you have an email marketing service that you use now?
No, it's all me.
Okay, so I actually use Kit. It used to be ConvertKit and they changed their name to Kit. I am familiar with MailChimp. I've used MailChimp probably ever since I was in business all that time. But this is the first time that I've ever really been like intentional about my analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I'd be like, I ain't got time for all of that. Like, I just got to create this content, right?
Right.
But being able to use AI has freed up time for me to now focus on the analytics so that I can really see what's working, areas that I need to improve in, so on and so forth. And so, let's get into this AI for email creation and automation. And I will be able to actually show you all what I was working on, something that I was working on today. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to save that for class tonight. All right, so let me get over here.
So this is also how to, like you say, email creation. So this is the way you get the email, your the clients or whatever email address, so you can get them.
Hmm.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Right. All right. So, all right. So this is AI for email creation automation. So this is going to transform your email marketing with intelligence, automation, and AI powered content creation that drives engagement and revenue. All right, so let's just kind of talk just briefly about this email marketing challenge that comes with this class. So when we talk about just like our traditional email creation, a lot of the marketing teams, they spend a lot of time crafting all of these email sequences. So every time you think about if you buy a product or you subscribe to someone's email, and then from there you start receiving um, you start receiving um, other emails.
Recording in progress.
There you go. Those other emails would be considered like what we call nurture emails. So you have an initial email where you subscribe to their list, they welcome you or whatever, and then you start to receive these other emails. Those would be called nurture emails, or they are a part of an email sequence. And so and they are time consuming, let me tell you. Even with using AI, they're time consuming, but AI can still cut down a lot of the time. Um, and when you think about just our traditional approaches, it's time consuming, because you have to write each email, right? It's inconsistent brand voice sometimes across campaigns, because you have to start from scratch. If you're not using AI, you're starting from scratch every single time. There's limited personalization capabilities. There's also slow response to market opportunities. So when you think about the average marketer spends 3 to 5 hours creating a single email sequence. That's real. 3 to 5 hours on one. So I know what it's done for me. I can probably do a single email sequence now in about maybe an hour and a half. So literally cuts it down in half for what I'm able to do because I now use AI for it. And the awesome thing about it is that you multiply that across, if you have double, more than one campaign going on at a time, you're looking at just a whole lot of time and resource drain, while everybody else and your competitors, they're moving faster. They are testing the AI capabilities, and we're missing out. So I decided to say, I'm not missing out anymore. So with AI automation, that changes the equation because it enables teams to now produce a lot faster, and you're still doing high quality, it's on brand, right? And you think about, instead of spending hours to do something, you are now literally spending minutes to do it and to complete it. So this is why traditional email creation, it's falling short because you can't keep up with it. Now, there are three core email types that drive revenue. So we're all in business and have businesses that we do. We're not in business just to be doing stuff for free. Let's keep it real. We're in business because we want to make money. So there are three core email types that are going to drive revenue. And the successful email
Thank you.
strategy, it relies on the fundamental email type. So you have to understand the type of emails that you are sending out. So you have sales email. These are your direct response messages that are designed to drive immediate action. They present your clear offers, they create an urgency, and they're going to guide your prospects toward a service. So
Okay.
these are your call to action emails. It could be if you're doing a product launch or you have a special promo that you're doing, your limited time offers, or if you have a demo and trial invitations where now I have a demo and inviting people to come in and to try. Those are your sales emails. The second type of email would be your nurture emails. So those are your relationship building messages that educate, they inform, and they also build trust over time. And so these emails are the ones where you are delivering value without aggressive selling. Nurture emails allow you to position your brand as a trusted advisor. So with nurture emails, these are about your educational content. You are sharing insights. You have your customer success stories. You are sharing success stories of your testimonials. These are also industry trends and best practices. Those all fall under your nurture emails. Then the third type is your automation emails. Your automation emails are your triggered messages that respond to specific user behavior or milestones. And so these emails, they're timely, they're relevant. It's the right message at exactly the right moment in the customer's journey. Everything that we do when we talk about email marketing, we are sending our customers on a customer journey. And so, one of the ways that we do that is through automation emails. So, these would be your welcome sequences for your new subscribers. Your all new subscribers should have a welcome sequence. These are your abandoned cart reminders. If someone comes and you ever went to someone went to purchase something online and you didn't purchase it, but then it's like, wow, how did I get this email? Did you forgot something? That's an abandoned cart reminder. And then you also have your re-engagement campaigns. And so for me, I was just dumping everything all together. I wasn't setting up no tags. I wasn't doing any of that. I was just sending out whatever I was sending out, whatever I was talking about without any type of strategy. So everything was all just meshed together. But what I found out is that I wasn't really converting. Why? Because you got everything all mashed up together. So again, with your sales emails, you want them to convert your interest into action. You want them to take action. And so, and you're going to get this slide, this presentation will be uploaded into school. So you'll be able to actually come back and look at this. But there is an anatomy of how we put together converting sales emails. And one of the ways that we do that is by using AI. This is why it's important to train whether you're using ChatGPT. One of my favorites now has become Claude. So Claude AI, what Claude does for me, I use Claude as like my business strategist. He's like my strategist. I could take something that Chat GPT gave me, and I can tell Claude, analyze this. Show me where the gaps are. Is there anything that is missing? Is there anything that I can make this thing better? And
This is only for email.
Claude would just say that again.
Is it only for email, Claude AI?
No, listen, Claude can code. Claude can do all kinds of stuff. I actually have used Claude, and I will show you what I was working on today. I have had
Excuse me.
Claude. Yes,
Can you
go
spell
ahead.
Claude? Is it how do
Yes,
you is it just
it's CLAUDE. Claude,
Claude
Claude dot AI. That's the
dot
website.
AI? Okay.
Yeah, Claude
Okay.
dot AI. So Claude has become my best friend
Okay.
because I can go into Claude, and even when I am setting up, if I'm working with like automations, and I'm not sure exactly, you know, where to find something. I use Claude to help me actually to Claude actually helped me and trained me in how to do my automations in Kit. Between Claude and Kit's AI, their help, I was able to get stuff. So now it's like, oh, okay, now I know, because there are general ways that you set up automations, but of course, each platform is going to be just a little bit different. And so I was able to use the two. So now I'm like, okay, I know that when I go in and to set up this automation, this is how I need to set it up in Kit. So now I'm clear on it. So now it has just made it the process go even faster, right? So let me get back here and try to stay on track. So when we talk about these sale emails, again, you're about sale emails are about converting the interest into action. You want them to take action. So you want to make sure that you have an attention getting subject line. You want to have your compelling value proposition, your social proof, and your credibility, and you want to have a clear call to action. All of this stuff you can get when you prompt ChatGPT to say, I need to send a sales email, and you use the prompt. You can use either you can still use your one seed if you're like running a campaign, a whole campaign, or you can just use just a general just prompt. This is the information that you want to tell it. I want my subject line to be attention grabbing. I need a compelling value proposition. I need to have social proof and credibility. And I need to have a clear call to action. Include those in the prompt, and it's going to give you that information. Your output from ChatGPT or any type of AI is only going to be as good as the prompt that you give it. The better prompter you become, the better output that you're going to have. Okay. Now, with our nurture emails, again, this is where you're building your long term relationships. So you have your initial stage is the awareness stage. So this is where you are introducing your brand, you are establishing your credibility, you're sharing the educational content that addresses their common challenges your audience faces without pushing for a sale. So this right here, nurture emails are not about pushing for a sale. Okay. Then you take them to the consideration stage. And in the consideration stage, this is where you're providing the deeper insights. You are demonstrating your expertise. You share your case studies. You can do comparisons, your thought leadership, because this is positioning you as the solution. That's what we want to become. We want to become the solution for our clients. The third part of nurture emails is the decision stage. This is where you are addressing any final objections that they may have by showing specific outcomes. This is where you now offer trials, consultations, or demos, because now you're removing the risk, you're removing all barriers, and you're making it easier now for them to say yes. Right? That's the decision stage. Then in the retention stage, this is where you continuing to deliver value post purchase. So you're going to share best practices, advanced tips, exclusive content, and you're going to continue to deepen the relationship that now drives expansion. Why? Because they've had the opportunity to experience, they've had this experience, and now they see, who you are, how you deliver, how you show up. There's that testimony that's coming from there. Now, nurture sequences typically span 4 to 8 weeks, with your emails spaced 3 to 5 days apart. So you don't even necessarily have to be emailing them every single day. 3 to 5 days. The key is providing the consistent value while gradually introducing commercial messaging. So in the nurture emails, this is where you are tracking your engagement so that you can identify when they are ready for sales conversions. And let me tell you one of the things that I haven't tried it on ChatGPT because what I was particularly working on was actually in Claude. But do you not know that I was able to make a slight adjustment in my regular emails that I send out in my regular email subscriber list, and I was able to screenshot my analytics from Kit to Claude, and from that, it gave me. I can show you how to do it. It gave me what was working. The normal rate for open rate for emails is like maybe like around 20-25%. My numbers was above that. My numbers were more so like 27 to 35, 36%. And so based on that, it was able to help me to now to create, hey, let's adjust your messaging because you're not in that in that first phase. You've been putting out the content. You've had people, they're clicking and going to your YouTube. They're clicking and going to your podcast. They're clicking and going to your blog. Let's adjust this a little bit and let's track your metrics a little bit closer. So this is why it's important to have your tags set up, because your tags is going to identify those who are ready for sales conversations, right? All right, so that's the nurture emails. Now, the automation emails, this is you're always on revenue engine. These are your sequences such as your welcome series. So when you get ready to start having your welcome series, your behavioral triggers, responding to certain actions. You may have, just like you, Janelle, you're going to be having your newsletter. You're going to want to track and know who's actually clicking on the link to see the Monday reports that you're doing. So like those specific things that you're having in your emails, you want to be able to track those because that's going to allow you to gauge and to see where is my customer on their journey with me. And based on that, you'll be able to do your marketing based upon that, right? So again, you have your behavioral triggers and then your milestone messages. This would be anniversaries. This would be birthdays. This would be anything that would be kind of like personal that strengthens the relationship that you have. So um, maybe in your maybe like a client intake form, you have their birthday or their anniversary date, then you can send out a specific email, for that month. Hey, we're celebrating birthdays for the month of October, you know, and, give them a gift, whatever that may be, free download, $10 off a product, whatever it may be. But these are the things that strengthen our relationship with our customers. So one of the things with automation emails is it allows you to see your performance benchmark. So this allows you, and this tells you that automated emails generate 320% more revenue than promotional emails. So your promotional emails would be those just like one off. Hey, I'm running a special. Hey, what is it coming up next? Black Friday. Well, if ain't nobody heard from you all year long, what kind of relationship have you built with them? right? And so having the automation emails, this is going to generate that, and it's going to generate a higher open rate than what your standard marketing messages, according to recent industry data. So this is where we want to be. We want to work ourselves up to the place where we have these automation emails. Now, this is where we get into the fun time on tonight. So we're going to demo building a 3 email sequence with a brand trained AI. So what this looks like is using the prompt, using a prompt, because by this point you've already trained your chat GPT. So you have say like a welcome sequence or something like that you want to do. You've already done your brand training. Now you want to get into what is the strategic prompt that I want to use for this 3 email sequence. Is this a sales email? Is it a nurture email? Or am I doing, you have to excuse me, this perimenopause brain sometimes be kicking in. Automation. What type of email? So you want to determine what type of email, first of all, that you're going to send. And then we use ChatGPT or AI to create the content. And then from the content creation, then of course, we always will review. We'll always review. So I'm going to, this is a sample structure right here. So you will actually get this in the slides. So this will be in the community. So for email one would be what we would call the problem agitator. So you always want to send your first email immediately. So the moment a person subscribes and they give you their email address, you want to send that email out immediately. We call that an immediate trigger. And the goal is that we identify the prospect's pain point and we are now hinting at the solution. Okay, so an example of that would be still wasting hours on email creation. The core message is to acknowledge the challenge, share a relatable story, and introduce your solution as the answer they've been seeking. Right, you see that? All right, so we're agitating the problem. Then in your second email, 2 to 3 days later, this would be your value demonstrator. And the goal of that would be to prove your solution works with evidence and social proof. So in that subject line, you would say, how, give it a customer name, cut email time by 75%. You always want to use your social proof. And here, the core message, you're sharing specific results, customer testimonials, and concrete outcomes that build credibility and desire. Okay. And then the third email, that would be your action driver. And you would send that 2 to 3 days later. And the goal of that is to create that urgency and to make it easy to take the next step. So a subject line example for that would be ready to automate, then start here. This is a very clear cut call to action. You may put a time on it. Hey, this bonus is on. And one thing about email marketing is that you see it, once you learn it, then you see it everywhere. Once you learn it, you see it everywhere. So you may have a call to action. Hey, this is only going to be available for 48 hours. You know, this exclusive. You want to motivate them to make an immediate response. Don't keep it lagging out there. That you got a whole month. You want to create the urgency so that they will take action. Okay, so this is a sample right here of what this looks like. You can apply this to any one of those, whether it is a welcome email series, whether it's a nurture, or whether it's a regular automation. Okay, this is our structure of what that looks like. Now, I'm going to stop my screen share for here for right now. Let me just stop that and then come over here to my chat GPT. Actually, I'm going to come into Claude. This way I can show you all what I was actually working on today. All right, so let me come back in here and share my screen. And we will still do portion. All right, so I'm going to kind of go through both of these. So this is actually Claude AI. So what I was doing was, remember I told you I made a slight adjustment in my marketing based on my analytics. I'm actually doing a 50-day visibility challenge where I do these really short videos on YouTube. So I think today is like day 35 or something like that. Um, and so I have all of my messaging, they all connect together. So whatever I post for the day, you're going to see the same message across all of my platforms wherever I am. So I do a podcast on Fridays. So I was setting up my podcast for today. And that um, one of the things that it did that it had in my call to action, it had this interactive assessment. And I was like, I caught it and I said, an interactive assessment. I was like, well, I don't have that. So I'm going to need for you to give me what the assessment is supposed to be. So I put it into Claude. And one of the things that it said was, let me go back. Um, One of the things that it said in the call to action was that um, it had an integration assessment. And I said an integration assessment. Well, I'm going to need for you to pull that information from from the podcast to create this assessment for me based upon what I was talking about. So it did that. Now, of course, anytime you're doing an assessment or anything like that, you have to be able to get the results. You just don't, I don't, I like doing interactive stuff. So now everything that I do is some type of either it's connected to like an app or it's just more than just having like just a PDF. PDFs are boring now.
What do you mean by
So,
have it connected to an app? So are you automatically set up to like Canvas so that the information goes from here to there, or?
so let me show you what it did for me. So let's see here. Hold on, let me see. Let me get over to the right thing. So because Claude can code too, it actually created it into an app. Let me see if this is it. That might be oh, nope. Let me switch over here to this other side. All right, can you see that? Where it says integration assessment?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what it created for me. Because I said, you know what? You know, usually I'll do just the PDF, or I was kind of putting things into Gamma and just letting it, create something real nice and pretty for me. Then I was like, oh no, let me have Claude create this so that it's actually interactive. So that's what
So
it did. So
Where is
I
the
will be,
hyperlinks at for it?
say that again.
Where's the hyperlinks at for it? So to me, this looks like a basic PDF.
Correct. So the hyperlinks for it,
Oh, okay. I see.
you see
Started.
it there?
Okay.
Yeah. So if I go down to it,
I won't
and
even
these
tell
are
you how
just,
long it should take. Okay.
uh-huh. Yeah, it'll tell you how long it will take. So they will go through and they will answer these questions here. It's three different areas. And I'm just gonna kind of go and do whatever in here. So if I click on see my results, it's going to tell me my score. So it's going to tell them their score, and then it's going to give them where exactly they are, right? What's your lowest score? And then it says, are you ready to rebuild your foundation? So now they can click this link here, and this is going to take them into the hub. So here, hold on, let me see. Right there. Oops, there we go. So
It takes me
whenever
directly
you,
to your page,
yep,
your landing site.
yep, it'll take me to my page, or
Did you
they
have
want to,
to write all of that as far as like the scores go and breaking down the scores and
I
what
didn't
it all
have to,
meant?
I didn't have to do any of that. It literally pulled the information that I gave it for my podcast.
Okay.
So
So then
now
it
you
can do
see
something
this,
like that when it comes to a new client for real estate to say what they're looking for, where they at in the journey, if they started
yes,
saving, things like that. Okay.
yes. So that's going to be one of the classes because I have built like 5 different apps. So there's another site called lovable.dev where it's an app, it's literally a no code app builder.
Lovable. What is it?
Lovable, Lovable .dev.
Okay, one more time. You saying love like LOVE?
Lovable
Okay. LB. LE.
.dev. D as in dog, V as in Victor.
Okay, this builds now what does this do?
It builds a no code app. So you can literally give it a prompt and it will build an app for you.
Oh, really?
Now you have to test everything out, but
Yeah.
this is where I'm at. So when it built this assessment for me, I put this link here. So this will actually take them to the YouTube, right? For this particular episode. But then down here, I was like, oh, I got to build out an email series. So what I did, let me see if I connected it. I don't think that I connected it. I haven't connected it yet because I'm not done with it. So what it did, let me slide back over here. So if I slide back over here, it's going to tell you what all it built. A fully interactive web assessment, mobile design, and you can tell it how you want it designed as well. Your colors, the feel that you want for it, you can give it all of that. Um, so now it gets down here how to use it. So I can put this link in my show notes. I can actually take the code and put it on my website, or I could just use the link, the copy link, and I can share it in my emails. So what I did was because it said I have to do this 7-day integration email series, it gave me all of the emails that I needed to write. So if I go down here for the interactive assessment, it says to view your 7-day email series. So you see here, it gave me day 1, day 2, day 3, 4,
Now, these are
5.
ones that you're actually writing, or it's already prompted to put this information in there.
It's already prompted to put it in there. So let me pull it up and let me come back over on this side. All right, so it'll give you everything. This is why it's important for you to train whatever AI you are using. It's important because now it already has my brand, it has my tone, it has my personality, it has my writing style. You see why it's important to train it first? Because now I don't have to come in and tell it, all right, I don't have to come in and prompt it all over again to create this email sequence. It's already been trained. So it gave me that. It gave me my welcome email. This is telling them over the next 7 days, this is what they are to expect. And it built out every single email that I needed.
So
Everyone that
this
I
is
needed.
you doing a combination between Claude and ChatGPT.
Mhm. Because I took my original information for the podcast from ChatGPT
Mm-hmm.
and I bring it over into Claude, into
So
my,
whatever
well, I
those
was,
responses were,
yep. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm. So I bring it over. So I brought over like a whole marketing plan that I was working on. So what I was working on for the 50-day visibility challenge, I had already built out all of my framework in ChatGPT for that. So I already have my titles for every day, and I have a certain days that I do certain things on. So it had already had all of that. So what I did is I had ChatGPT, and you can have ChatGPT to do this as well. You can say, hey, give me a summary of this chat and make it into a prompt that I can paste over into Claude or Gamma if I'm doing presentations.
Oh,
Wherever
wow.
where you can do that and it will do that. And then you come over here and you just let Claude do what it do.
Okay.
hmm And so what I like about Claude again is Claude is like really like my business strategist. He's like my marketing. Like he's the one who really gets my life together. He'll tell me if something is weak. That's a weak. This was good here, but this right here, we need some tweaking. Let's do a little bit of tweaking on here. And it will do that for me.
So you also
Right.
have to train Claude the way you do ChatGPT?
Not so much as that because it's not as um it doesn't have that level of personalization, but what I have found is that it's been spot on based on just what I've been able to share and input into it.
Okay.
I have not seen where I can train it to the level of ChatGPT. So it's kind of like more, I can't even really say that it's general, but the approach is so different. Like Claude is more, I would say, more research based.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one, perplexity. Like if you want to do like deep research, like you would want to use like a perplexity AI. Claude is kind of like that middle in between the two. But
Okay.
I've fallen in love with it. So it's done good for me. So it wrote out the whole email sequence for me.
So then all you doing is popping this whole prompt into whatever mail
Mm-hmm.
manager that you have.
Right. So I put it into Kit. So let me see here. Let's see here. All right. So let me stop my share and let me pull up my Kit so that you can actually see what that looks like. Because that's where you're going to do all of the work. And we're almost done. We can get into more um, detailed stuff. Let's see. I created that as a landing page. And it also will give you recommendations as well. Um, oops, it's not that one. I need to delete that one. It is this one, I think. Okay. So let me share my screen again. Oh, where are you at? All right. So this is the landing page that I created. So anytime you're doing any type of like nurture or email sequence, you have to have something that you have to have your initial form, whether it's a form or like a landing page. That's what we call it in Kit. So this is the landing page. So this right here is going to drive everything. So when they come, they're gonna, subscribe or whatever. They're gonna click here and it's gonna say send me day one. Now, up here in the settings of this landing page, I'm going to have an incentive email. And in the incentive email, let's see here. This was very basic. This is just telling them, hey, you're in. Check your email in the next few minutes for day one. While you're waiting, you can listen to the podcast episode that started it all. If you want to go deeper, join the Rebuild and Rise Hub and then confirm their subscription. All right. So this is the initial email that they will receive once they initially subscribe. Okay. Now, once they subscribe, what's going to happen and what I have to do next is I have to actually set up this sequence. So
Okay.
what I would do from here is I would come back here. I would use probably I may just use just a text only. And from here, those 7 emails, this is where I would create those here. So then this email would be day one, right? So once I would complete all of this here, and let me see if I can, let me see. Let me see if I can show you what that process looks like. Let me go back up here. That way you get a hang of how I do it. So this is going to be email one. So your integration journey starts now. All right, can you see, does this say kit? This is going to be 7 day. All right, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to, first of all, name what your sequence is because you will need to be able to come back to it. Then you're going to put your subject in, and then you're going to go back. Let's see here. And you're just going to literally copy and paste this
Well, that's super
into,
easy
yeah, it's very, very easy.
because it did
So,
everything for you already.
exactly. All right, so then I always put in, hey, I think I'm in. Let's see, what is it? And that ain't it. There is, oh, here it is, right here. Subscriber first name. All right. So it's going to automatically put in the tag. So it's going to tag their first name. All right. So then down here it says, I'm so glad you took the integration assessment. That took courage. Here's the truth. Acknowledging the gap between your public success and private reality is the first step towards closing it, and you just took that step. Over the next 7 days, I'm going to walk you through practical faith-rooted practices to help you rebuild your foundation. Not overwhelm you with a total life overhaul, just simple, consistent actions that work. So I'm telling them what they can expect, right? And then each email will be short. Include one practice you can implement that day in your job. Open each email, try the practice, notice what shifts. You don't have to be perfect. Da, 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 da. I'm cheering for you and talk tomorrow. And then I'll put that right there. Then down here, if you missed the podcast episode that inspired the series, you can watch it here. Now, um, this came from me putting in the link in Claude.
Mm-hmm.
So any links that you put in, it will carry those over, cutting down time. Okay.
So you had to put your link into the prompt when it
No,
came
I
to
didn't put it.
emails
Well, actually, I did. I put it into the prompt, or you could just leave it blank and it'll just leave a placeholder here so that you can put it in at that time where you're setting up the email.
for the call to action part of it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So we have that there. I don't need that there.
Yeah, all that is part of your prompt.
Yep. And so those are the things that you have to be mindful of as well, because sometimes it'll carry stuff over. So this right there, I don't need any of that there. I just need that line there. This right here, I will come. Oops. And oops. No, I'll just leave that there. All right. So up here, before I publish it, up here it says send this email. I want to send it immediately. So I'm going to change this to 0. And then you see how it changed it to immediately here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, and that's going to be that.
So then
So
it
this is,
automatically, where you were at right now with the emails, it automatically have the entire week there.
yes. So that way, any day of the week that a person would subscribe, it's going to send it. If I only wanted emails to go out, say like on Monday, then I would only select Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they subscribe, on a Friday, they're not going to get that first email
Until that Monday.
until right till that Monday.
Okay.
Okay. So then if I publish it over here, you'll see it right here immediately. Okay, that's where it switched.
So then all
Okay.
the following subsequent emails, how do those get into your actual 7-day integration?
All right. So it goes here. So underneath here, see where it says add
Oh,
email?
okay.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just add it there. Now, if I had this set up on a template, you can set up templates. I just chose and selected a text only template. So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to go to
Day
the
two.
second email. Yep. So highlight day 2. Then I'll show you how to do that. So here is our subject line. That goes there. And then good morning. I usually don't say good morning. I usually just say, hey. So I'm not going to select that there. All right. So we come back in here, delete. all of this out. And let's see here. Copy it and paste that there. Then go through, make any edits. I'll go through, make sure that everything is good. Why it matters, your assignment. See you tomorrow. All right. Down here, you want to check our call to action. Struggling with this, you're not alone. Inside the Rebuild and Rise Hub, we have an entire library of spiritual practices for busy women. Join us. And then the link is going to be there. All right. So I've got all of my content in. Now I come back up. Now, this email is going to be sent one day after.
I get you.
Right. So if you wanted it to be 2 or 3 days, then this is where you would change it here. Okay. However many days after the last email. So once you do that, then you click publish. And then here, you're going to see it over here on this side. So day 2. All right. And then you just go so on and so forth. Now, one of the things that I'm going to show you this last thing, and then we're going to get off here. Over here where it says automate, this is where you will set up your automation, right? So I will click that, and then I'm going to set up a new automation. And this automation, now Kit does have like templates. So you can look through to see if there is a particular template that you want to use. I just normally just create mine, start mine from scratch, so that I know that that's just what I just do. I just start mine from scratch. Your automation will stay inactive until you activate it at the end. So what the visual automation does, I'm now going to connect the landing page that I created to the email sequences. And by doing that, I will have like different tags. So that's where you get into tagging. What did we have on here?
Nurture cell or
Yeah.
nurture cell or automation.
Automation. Correct. So this is kind of like where you connect all the three. So the name of this automation is going to be the 7-day integration series. And 9 times out of 10, all of the names are the same. So again, you can browse the templates, but if we click start building, so now if they join a form, then here I'm going to look for my form. And I should have looked, let's see, I should have deleted out the original one that I was looking for. All right, so it's the 7-day integration series, and then I'm going to add that as an event. So they join the form. Now, Claude had given me I think it was 3 different tags. There were some tags that I set up in here. Let me see if I can find them. So you can either do an event, an action, or a condition. So our action is for this email sequence, it is going to be let's see where it is. All right, you see how that popped up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I select that, then once they complete that, the 7-day integration series, it is now going to put them in the queue now or in the sequence to start receiving those emails. So if I add that there, now I can just keep them here, or say like if I wanted to um, create, like once they're done with the 7 days, if I wanted to have like them to come into my main emails, or if there was another um, nurture email sequence, I can put them into that as well. Or I can just leave them here until I have the next automation that would be relevant to this email
Right
sequence.
there. Okay.
Yep. Uh-huh. So does that kind of make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of see the flow for it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is pretty much what you can do with email marketing. And again, it will take you days to do this if you had to do it manually. Can you imagine having to write all 7 of those emails?
Right. I would
If
get
that's
lost
what
in
you
the rabbit hole.
exactly. So, this is the power of using AI. It's the power of using automation. All of these that come in are going to receive a specific tag when they come in. I don't think, well, I had already created um, we had already created the landing page, but the landing page has those tags on it so that anybody that subscribes to that and they give us their email address, then they're going to have that tag. I think it might say like 7-day series or integrate or something, whatever the tags were that was created for that particular landing page. So now if I want to send out just emails that's specific to those groups of people, I can be very, very specific. And then now I have the analytics to be able to see where they are in their customer journey based upon what tags or what links they may be clicking on in the other emails that I'm sending to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the power of email, um, using AI for email automation is going to save you a ton of time, a ton of
So basically,
time.
you're spending the most of your time with creating your prompts, basically.
Yep.
And then once you get your prompts, you can go from there and kind of drill down further and further, or as far
Mm-hmm.
as you need to go, and then pop it from one to the
Hmm.
other.
Absolutely. Yep. That is absolutely it. That's how we do it. Um, Let me see. I think that there was just one more. I think there was one more slide um, that I had that I wanted to share and close this out. And again, like when we're in a community, like we'll be able to come in and help and assist. Um, we'll be able to come in and to assist. You have any questions and you're
Oh,
building
excuse me.
something out. So this right here is just a quick win. So again, you'll have this to be able to go back to. So being able to apply what you have learned, so being able to come back, you want to define your objective, um, know your audience, brief your AI on, this is what I need, this is what I am, this email sequence is for. Um, Again, it's all in the prompt. And you're including your brand voice, your audience details, your offer specifics, your desired sequence structure. So you're going to tell it this is a sales email or this is a nurture. This is an automation. Um, you can give it examples as well. And then refine and deploy. So find what's going to work. Find what you need to edit out. Say, hey, I don't like that, and get it to how you want it. And so, just in closing, the best time to start automating your email creation was yesterday. The second best time is right now. And so you are positioning yourself. And so, if you want 10 times faster creation, 100% brand consistency, and doing more testing, this is what it is. And we keep doing it. The more we do it, then the better we become. I was not doing this not even 3 months ago, to be honest with you. I could create emails, like I had it creating the emails, but being specific and intentional about my tags and my automation, I wasn't doing that three months ago. So we see now how much more effective that we can be when we do set things up. So don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed with it. Yeah. Jennifer, I saw your face.
Yeah.
I know that it seems like it's a lot, but don't let it overwhelm you. Really um just take your time at learning it, learning what's going to work for you, because there is a lot of stuff that is out there. AI is changing like every week. I stay like every week I'm in a couple of communities. The one community, they're doing like AI summits. I don't know if they're doing them every week now. I don't know, but it's always something to learn. But once you find something that works for you, then just kind of stick with that, because what I found is in those places and spaces, those companies are staying up with with all of the advancements in technology and things like that. So find what works for you, and just take your time with it. Don't get overwhelmed with it.
The
But
prompts really help, like the stuff that you had from last week.
mhm,
Um, that's how I was able to go back through. I took a lot more notes than I took today, but um being able to follow through what the steps were that you had written out, and like
mhm,
remembering, oh, she said go here and do this, and she said go here and do
yeah.
this. And so I was able
Hmm.
to do a lot of that. But then it was like, okay, the prompts, like, well, what am I supposed to put in here again?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely got to go back in
Hmm.
and do the registration for the hub and be able to get the information for
Hmm.
the prompts and everything. So I'll be doing that
Okay.
tomorrow.
Awesome, awesome. And I've got some. I'm working on a prompt library. So just some things that I've come across. Um, and again, just it's ever changing. Um, People are always adding stuff, but I am working on a prompt library so that we'll have access to it. And from there, sometimes all you need is a spark, and you
Mhm.
can still make that prompt yours. So good stuff. Hmm.
So is this your third? This is the first time I saw this email as far as you having this Tech Thursday. So is this the third one or the second one
This is the
today?
third one.
This is the third one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
only
This is
been
the
to
So
two, so
yeah. And the first one was really like we did the first one twice.
okay.
okay.
So this is technically like the second one, but it's our third one, third Thursday being on. Hmm.
Some of you can
Yeah.
join your school hub. Is it dedicated just to AI or is dedicated to it's your one hub, one stop shop?
It's a one hub, one stop shop, because I ain't got time to be over in 50
Okay.
different places. So what it is when you come in the hub, you all will have specific access to the AI Academy classroom. Now, if you don't want to be in the other stuff, then I can remove those from your profile. You just tell me that. But I post like once a day. I don't be doing all of that.
Yeah, I
Some
get your
some of
emails
these
once a
posts
day.
some of these emails is just like overwhelming. Like that's a lot. But yeah.
You're talking about posting in the school? When you
Mm-hmm.
say are you talking about the emails
Posting in the school just once a day. I do send like tiny emails out every day. But that's more like for if you for my overall stuff that I do. If you want the AI stuff, then I would say follow the Facebook page. I try to get something on there every day. Um,
What's the Facebook page?
Yeah, I
Scrabble
didn't even know
text,
you was on. What
yeah,
is it?
Scrabble text services. It's
I
there and
commend you for doing that.
it's on
Go ahead.
IG too. Facebook, IG, and LinkedIn. So any of
Yeah,
those
LinkedIn is
platforms.
doing some different things now, right? They're doing when
Hmm.
people are coming on and doing this and that and the other. I say, what?
I'm trying to ease my way into LinkedIn. They be
I'm,
overwhelming
yeah,
sometimes. I'd be like,
I'm like,
doggone. They be in your
I haven't.
inbox and stuff.
I need to update my LinkedIn page. I haven't used LinkedIn, and I'm just like, Lord, okay, I'm just all, I'm all out. I'm behind.
Just focus on one platform. You don't have to do
Well,
them
I
all.
really like. Let me tell you, okay, Facebook. I've been using that forever, and it's like, now I didn't hear you say TikTok. You're not a fan of TikTok?
I do. I'm on TikTok too.
Okay, because I said, you know what, for the longest I would not do TikTok. I downloaded the app, deleted it, downloaded it again, because at first, they were talking about something about China and the people having. I said, you know what, these people probably got everything anyway, already,
They
whoever,
do.
whatever, whatever. You
They
know what I
do.
mean? So I went ahead and I downloaded it. I think I just registered maybe last week. And because it's like God said, go on TikTok. I said, go TikTok. So I'm acclimated to Facebook, and I have my Facebook and Instagram integrated. But let me
Hmm.
tell you something. YouTube, girl, I registered to get on YouTube way back in 2013, 2014, because I said I'm going on YouTube. But I never went on YouTube. And I want to commend you, because just the other day I was listening to a lady. She was saying, challenge yourself and go on YouTube, every day for so many
Hmm.
days. And I heard you saying you're
Hmm.
doing that challenge. And I said,
Hmm.
I guess I just need to because one person I was listening, they said, just go, even if it's just a few minutes a day, just,
Hmm.
it doesn't have to be anything, and just be
Hmm.
authentic, because they just want authenticity. And,
Yeah.
and I just have not taken that leap. I
Just
said,
do
Lord,
it.
I got to
Yeah,
get with it. I
just
am
press
just
go live. Yeah. I've been on YouTube for a while, but I would
yeah,
say
I go live on YouTube and all
I
that.
just yeah, I've just
Well,
been
I haven't been in a
intentional.
while, but yeah,
And the
YouTube, I'm
visibility challenge
acclimated.
has been helping though. Like I've gotten probably maybe 10 new subscribers over the
Since you
past 30
started
days. Mm-hmm.
over the past 30, you said 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, they
Yes,
say
I
just
think I'm
go.
on
And
like day 35. So I was like, okay, well, they finding me from all right.
so you have yours all professional, like when you come on with the music
Oh
and
yeah, I
all of
do.
that. Okay, I probably would just be coming
Yeah.
on just me until I get to that all that
Yeah,
other
you
stuff,
can do that. You don't have to have all of the stuff because a
Yeah,
lot of things it was like, I'm not doing all of that. But again,
right,
a lot
right.
of times I use AI. I said, hey, how do I need to set this video my thumbnail up? This it will tell
Mhm.
you how to set your thumbnail up.
Oh wow, okay.
Yes, it'll tell
You
you.
see all that terminology? See, I'm an English teacher, and I'm not really that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard of the terms, but I haven't, I don't utilize
Your
all of that.
thumbnail is
So,
your picture. So your
oh, the
picture,
picture.
you know how you see
Okay.
like cover images, like people's
Hmm.
pictures on their YouTube before their video
Right.
start. That's your thumbnail.
Oh, okay.
So you can ask either ChatGPT or Claude, hey, give me an image prompt. I have an image
Okay.
now. Now see, y'all stay plugged in. Y'all gonna get all the goods. I have all kind of stuff planned.
Well, honey, I'm like,
I
okay,
have
you said
image
don't get
prompts. I have an
overwhelmed.
image prompt library
Okay.
by profession, all of that. I have an app, so you all will be the first to, if you want to do a beta test. So I'm working on, well, I've got it built out. It's called the Repurpose Hub, and it's literally, it's an app. that I built where you can take one seed and
Now,
it
what's a
will.
seed? I
So
wrote
your
that
seed
down
is
tonight.
one
Seed
piece
frame.
of content,
Mm-hmm.
one piece of content, and it will take that and it will repurpose it across all of the platforms. It will repurpose it into blogs, emails. It could do podcasts or articles, whatever it is, whatever platform you want to post it to. It will create the content that's specific to that platform. So I'm ready to, we're taking 10 beta testers. So 10 people that will test it out for 60 days and tell us what's working, what's not working. What would you like to see? Um, because I'm all about that repurposed life.
I didn't get the email last week.
You
So I was
didn't
You
get
supposed
the
to
taking
have a
email
10
link for
people?
that.
for last week?
You said you were going to email out the link
Oh, you talking about from last week's recording?
and for the beta tester.
Oh, you know why? Because I was still working on it. It's going out.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I had to test it because there were some foundational things, and I was like, oh, that ain't working. So I wanted to be working as much as possible, but the link is going to go out tomorrow for
Okay,
sure.
I'll look for it.
Yeah, it is going to go out, and then like you'll be able to kind of see um, how how it works, if it's working. Let me know what's not working. All of that. But I have fallen in love with Lovable, and even with our AI business audit, I created that as well. Our quiz created that as well on Lovable. But yeah, I really want to show people the power of using AI to make things speed
Simple and
up for us.
understandable.
Yes, that too, because I've sat in some people's classes and it's like because I'm very detail oriented, I don't necessarily want you to build stuff for me because of the way that my brain works. I have to know the details of how you got to.
That is me.
Yeah, okay, so then that's why you're here.
Yeah, because I've
Because
done the same thing. I've sat in some classes and I was just like, I didn't learn nothing.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm like, no, I know that I'm not the only one that learns this way. So
That's
let
all I was
me go.
saying. The cards, how you have with the prompts, like I was able to
Yeah.
follow it through and was like, okay, I feel
Mhm.
accomplished. I did something. So
Yes, yes. And some people they don't record, and I get it why they don't. I do, I get it. But ain't nobody got time for all of that. I don't have time for that. Like if you
You're talking about
scared,
recording, excuse me, I'm sorry. You're talking about
yeah,
recording like a
record.
Zoom?
Yeah.
Oh, why would
Yeah,
they
some
not
people don't
record it?
record their classes.
And why not? Why do you think they
Well,
don't?
sometimes they want you to keep coming back.
gatekeep.
Oh, and you don't
Yeah,
have it. Okay, like
well, there
that.
you go. She said it right there. They're
Okay.
gatekeepers. At the end of the day, that's
Okay.
what it is.
Oh, okay. I see. But I think you
But
should just record
I
it.
don't
Yeah.
I don't learn like that, and it's like very difficult for me to catch it and to grasp it when I can't go back to it, or if you don't have a
Yeah.
handout or something like that.
Right. That's why I'm taking these notes here. But you said
Yeah,
I can
there'll
go
be
back and
I didn't do a
review the
handout for this class, but you'll have the slides. So in the
right.
slides is everything, it's walking you through the process.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's why we are here. So I
Okay.
appreciate y'all
Good.
coming and spending your time. I
I
Yeah.
just jumped on because I just saw the email and I just got home and I said she having a Tech Thursdays. And when I saw the topics, because I said, well, that's something I want to know how to do that email creation and what you call it in
automation. Hmm.
automation. And so I just jumped on. I mean, I have seen you talking about your AI Academy and stuff, and I said, oh, I need to get in that, but I just been on the
Yeah.
go and on vacation and
I
yada
got it
yada.
from yeah, I got it from Capital Conversations and I was like, oh, I need to do this.
Mhm.
So when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sign up for this. And I just gotta remind myself because the emails come through, but for some reason I can't do, I guess it's not a series that I can just put on my calendar so that it'll prompt me like, hey, your class is about to start.
Well, when you go on to school,
Okay.
it'll be on the calendar. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's what I love about it. I can put everything there, and in that way people can easily access. So you'll be able to just go into school and then click right on the link.
Okay.
Yep. So, all right. If there's any other like topics that you all want um to learn, if I know it, I'm gonna teach you. So basically, I'm literally sharing with you all everything that I've learned, and not just what I've learned, but the things that I'm actually using. So
Hmm.
we can get into like the avatars, creating your AI twin, and all of that.
That's my next thing.
Okay. Well, we can definitely put that on.
The AI twin.
You
Here
know,
we go. I'm starting.
if you watch my videos on my page where I do my daily
Uh,
devotion.
I've seen you do I think I've saw like on your podcast, but you're talking about your daily. I guess I better go back.
So if you go on my page, there's going to be a video. There's videos on there where I do daily devotions. That is AI. I
So you're
record
talking
those
about on your what
on my
page? We talking
Facebook
about
page.
Facebook? Okay,
Hmm.
I never did go to your Facebook page. Okay, Facebook Scribble Tech. Let me make sure I put Facebook. I don't have to go. So that's AI that's doing the talking and the
Hmm. No, it's
it's
my
you,
voice. It's my
it's your
voice.
voice. Oh, but it's the
Hmm.
avatar.
Hmm.
It's an
Yeah.
avatar. You know what? I need you because I was brainstorming. Let me tell you, in my mind, though, it's like God was dropping this, downloading something in my mind that I really want to do. And I say, Lord, okay, God, I got to find, I don't know who can help me create what He's giving me to do. Well, I think it's going to be you.
Come with it. Let's
Because when you
do it.
just said what you just said, I'm gonna go to your Facebook page. What you
Yeah.
just said, because I was saying, I really would like the little person, and it's called the avatar. So I don't know the terminology. The avatar to actually what God has given me to do that. And anyway, he's telling me how I can yada yada yada. And okay, you already know the way.
Yeah.
What?
Hmm.
At first I was all leery and all this kind of stuff. I say, I better get in here and get with it because these people's making these monies, honey. I'm not all about
Now
money now.
listen,
Let me tell
they is
you, it's kingdom
making
first. But
they
he
making
told me
bank.
I'm a successful business entrepreneur.
Come on here.
So it's time for hey Lord, it's time for the fruition and the manifestation. Come on here. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, you learn if you learn, you all have learned, even what you've learned tonight, people don't know this. You know more than some people know.
Yeah, you just
You know more than some people who have just because you trained your chat GPT. Everybody don't tell they chat GPT trained. They don't know nothing about it. They just get on doing whatever.
well, I just heard last week. What's today? What's today,
Thursday.
y'all? Thursday.
Thursday.
So I guess was it Monday or Tuesday? Anyway, um, something else I was interested in, and I hopped on there. But this lady, she was talking about for her business, what she does. She has trained the AI. She put everything in one time. The all that stuff you was talking about, like what you said in that other, I guess your last class. And so now whenever she goes to do her app, whatever application or grant or whatever she's looking for, it already has her business thing. So she don't have to do all that every time. And I say, well, how you do, that's what she did. And you mentioned that today about training
Mhm.
it to you know,
Yeah, I train it on different. So my chat GPT, I have different projects. So if I'm working with a client, I have a couple clients that I do their social media for them, their content. I train. Listen, we got to train your brand voice. That's a part of what is going to make. your social media marketing what you want it to be. So I take them through. You got to train your brand voice. I've got to have your colors. I have got to have your logo. All of those things. Um, but yeah, that's
Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole trying to create the logo.
how did you?
Yeah, it was just trying to figure out but I got a name for my avatar. I just
Okay.
haven't fully created her yet.
Okay.
But I have a name. She has a backstory or bio.
Okay.
Um, so now I just gotta go to the next step with figuring out how I want my logo to be because it was trying to create the logo off of the name, and I'm like, no, 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 that's not my brand name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Glad I
yeah.
figured that part out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the thing now. Even with ChatGPT, even once you train it, sometimes it be want to do what it want to do. And you have to tell it, no, this is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise it'll take you down a rabbit hole and give you something that you don't. I didn't ask for that. Nope, that's
Yeah.
it. Stop. No, this is what I want. And I so sometimes you gotta go back and forth with it, but we make it do what it do.
Yeah.
Right? So all right. Well, I'm not going to hold you all. I'm so appreciative. I'm glad that you all are here. Um, I'll check with
Yes.
my
Thank
other crew.
you.
Um,
Thank
and we'll be back. We'll see what we'll do next week. Let me know how this works for you. Again, the videos will be there. And we'll see. I don't know. We might do some either avatars next week, or I can show you how to bulk create in Canva. We can look at
you.
doing some coding. Now, the
Okay.
coding thing can get you. I was like, I gotta focus on one thing at a time because I'll be having like four or five going on at the same time, and then it'd be like, oh, you've used your credits for this month. Be like,
Yeah, I think I just gotta be able to focus on like creating one part of it at a time instead of because
yeah,
I get excited when I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. Now do this and do that. And I'm
yep,
like, okay, slow
yep.
down.
That's me. That's me. I say, y'all know I don't have no chill when it comes to this because like once I see something, it's just like I gotta go all in. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been going all in. So expect the email on tomorrow for the beta testers. That's definitely going out tomorrow. And yeah.
Look forward to next Thursday.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your night.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
All right.
you.
All
All
right. Good
right.
night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.